Have you ever been in a situation where you had to be brave? For example, when you stood up to a bully or when you tried out for the soccer team, even though you were afraid of missing the penalty kick? Well, that's what it means to be brave. Being brave is not being scared, but doing what needs to be done even when you are scared. There are many different ways to show bravery. Sometimes it can mean standing up for what you believe in. Like when you tell your friends that their jokes are unfunny because they're hurting someone else's feelings. Other times, it can mean trying something new and exciting, like going to a party with your friends, even though you'd rather stay home and watch a movie. Bravery isn't always easy, but it's important to remember that everyone has to find their own courage within themselves. No one can do it for you. Being brave is different from feeling safe. When you feel safe, you know that you're in no physical danger. But sometimes when you're trying to do something good, like protecting an animal or helping a friend, you might have to face a risk. Even if you're not in physical danger, this takes bravery. You know what else is brave? Traveling to a faraway land all by yourself. What about exploring uncharted waters or facing an unknown monster? These things take a special kind of bravery, the kind that adventurers need. Adventurers travel to far-off places and explore the unknown. They go where no one has gone before and discover new things. Sometimes they face dangerous situations, but they don't let that stop them. They're too busy looking for treasure. Hey there! Welcome to the channel. Today we will learn about real brave and also about an adventure. So without any further ado, let's get started. In the lush green forest near a sparkling lake lived a little girl named Adventure. She wasn't like other children who played with dolls and played house. Adventure loved to explore the woods, climb trees, and pretend she was a fearless adventurer. The name given to her by her parents reflected her passion for exploration and discovery. She would spend hours upon hours wandering through the forest, discovering new places and learning about the animals and plants that lived there. One day, Adventure was exploring a part of the forest she'd never been to before when she stumbled upon a clearing. In the middle of the clearing was a large oak tree, and at the top of the tree sat a strange-looking bird. The bird was unlike any bird Adventure had ever seen before. It had bright blue feathers and a long tail that flowed down like a waterfall. The bird looked beautiful, but Adventure couldn't help but feel a little scared. She had never seen a bird like this before and didn't know whether to approach it or not. As Adventure stood there watching the bird, it suddenly flew down from its perch and landed on her shoulder. Adventure was so surprised that she jumped back, but the bird just stared at her calmly. Then, to Adventure's surprise, the bird began to speak. "Hello, little one," the bird said in a deep, booming voice. "I am the great bluebird, and I need your help." Adventure was stunned. A talking bird. How was this possible? But she quickly recovered from her surprise and said, "Of course, Mr. Bird. How can I help you?" The great bluebird explained that his magic had been stolen by an evil sorcerer, and he needed Adventure's help to get it back. "You see, my magic allows me to protect the forest and all its creatures. But without it, I am just a normal bird and the forest is in danger." Adventure knew she had to help the great bluebird, but she was also scared. She was just a little girl, and she didn't know if she was brave enough for this kind of adventure. But then she remembered all the times she had explored the forest and discovered new things. She had faced many challenges along the way, but she had always been brave enough to keep going. And she knew that if she gave up now, the forest would be in danger. So she took a deep breath and said, "I won't let you down, Mr. Bird. Where do we need to go first?" The great bluebird explained that they needed to go to the Whispering Falls, a place where magical creatures gathered. Maybe someone there could help them. Adventure packed some food and water, put on her boots, and set off into the forest with the great bluebird perched on her shoulder. They walked for hours until they finally heard the sound of rushing water. As they came closer, they saw a beautiful waterfall surrounded by tall trees. The air around the waterfall shimmered and sparkled, and Adventure could feel the magic in the air. Suddenly, a small furry creature popped out from behind a tree. It had large ears, whiskers, and was dressed in a cloak made of leaves. "Who are you?" Adventure asked, feeling a little scared. "I am a whisperling," the creature replied in a squeaky voice, "and this is a sacred place. What brings you here?" Adventure explained about the great bluebird's lost magic and asked if the whisperling knew anyone who could help. The whisperling said, stroking his long whiskers, "I know someone who might be able to help you, but he lives deep in the dark wood and it's a dangerous place. Are you sure you want to go there?" Adventure knew that the dark wood was a scary place filled with all sorts of dangers, but she wasn't about to back down. She had come too far to give up now. "Yes," she said bravely, "I'm not afraid." The whisperling led them through the forest, and soon they arrived at the edge of the dark wood. The trees were dark and twisted, and the air was heavy and still. Adventure felt a shiver run down her spine, but she knew she had to be brave. She took a deep breath and stepped into the dark wood. As they walked deeper into the forest, Adventure and the great bluebird could hear strange noises all around them. They could hear the sound of twigs snapping, leaves rustling, and whispers in the trees. Then they saw something that made their hearts skip a beat. The troll was large and ugly with a big nose, long ears, and a green face. He was blocking the path and had a big smile on his face, revealing sharp, pointy teeth. Well, what do we have here?" the troll said in a gruff voice. "Some lost adventurers." The great blue bird tried to fly over the troll, but he was too quick. The troll reached out with his long arms and grabbed the bird before it could escape. "Let him go," Adventure said bravely. "You have no right to harm him." The troll laughed loudly. "Oh, little girl, you are so brave," he said sarcastically. "But what are you gonna do about it?" Then he opened his mouth wide and got ready to eat the great bluebird. To be continued. Hey, did you enjoy this episode? If you liked it, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't want to miss out on any of our future videos. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when new videos come out. Also, if you have a topic that you want us to cover in one of our future videos, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.